say no.
Well, yeah, you're absolutely right. There's that peer pressure element, isn't it? And it's almost like being back at school where, you know, you've got the whole thing of like, just do it, you know, and you've got that pressure there, and you're in an adult environment and you still have that pressure. I remember one of the events when I mentioned to someone I wasn't drinking, they almost looked at me as if I was weird.
Yes.
And he basically said, "Oh, go on, have one."
Yeah.
And he more or less said, you know, it's boring not to drink.
Yeah.
And it was really quite shocking.
Yeah, I've definitely had that before when I've been at networking events and I've been questioned. And you do feel it's really uncomfortable having to justify why you're not doing something in a way that if it was smoking, for example, you know, you wouldn't be saying, if someone told you that they just quit smoking, you go, congratulations, that's really good, you know, keep it up. You wouldn't be like, oh no, just go on, just have one and try and make
it's not the same, exactly.
You know. And there are so many risks to consider. I think particularly for you know, young people, trainees and paralegals that are just coming into the profession and going to have a lot of anxiety. They're, you know, maybe not the most confident people, and they'll be pushed by other people to be, you know, to get involved and to drink more than they want to and more often.
I think so, and I think I do feel for a lot of the younger sort of lawyers coming through now, especially like you said, there is quite a focus on it when you go out. So you're instantly put on the spot, and you feel like, a lot of people feel like, if I don't drink, I'm going to feel left out.
Yes.
And it is really true, isn't it? Because if you don't drink, you might miss out on those opportunities. So you might think, well, actually, I won't go to that drinks reception, or I won't go to that trainees event where they're all going to the pub, basically, or something like that.
Yeah.
And it can have quite long-lasting effects, which really frightens me, that you could. It's so non-inclusive.
Yes.
Because you've got people that might not go to these events because they feel uncomfortable, or they don't want to have that pressure to drink, and those people are potentially going to miss out on making friends, forming friendships with colleagues and peers, and, you know, solicitors and people from other firms and that sort of thing. But also it takes you out of that networking, so it potentially stops your network from growing.
Yes.
And it also takes you away from it could affect your promotion prospects as well if you don't get involved in those sorts of events.
It depends who your manager happens to be and how they feel about drinking, and if they're one of those people that thinks very much that this is the way we build relationships and network, and, you know, because there is that element of drinking which is social bonding. There are, you know, you can't ignore the fact there are reasons why people do it. There are, you know, potentially advantages, but there's also massive disadvantages in what you're doing as well.